Welcome to our Soul Alive embodiment series. I'm so freaking stoked to do this with you guys. Oh my gosh, this is going to be one of at least 3-part. I don't know if there's more coming, but I'm so jazzed to share this with you because I have literally just been on a new one this week. And I'm going to share with you why, what happened, what changed. But I have so many different things that were coming through. And I'm like, I got to share this. I've got somebody needs to hear these wisdom drops on who's the director of your life. Are you actually listening to your thoughts? Are you talking to yourself? Activating and generating the energy you desire to be or the feeling you desire to be in and making you the priority. Look, I know this to be true about you because this is like the healing community in general is that guys have the biggest heart. Like we have the biggest hearts that we just want to help people heal. We just want to help people. And sometimes you forget you. And I think that's oftentimes you forget you. And this has been a huge theme inside of our evolution membership, inside of our quantum illumination Reiki certification program. I'm like, it's you first. But are you truly living that soul alive embodiment? Or are you allowing somebody else to be the director of your own life? So let's go ahead and dive into this. So I just came back from the freaking most epic weekend. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to fit. Like, I feel like I've been thinking this all week. I'm like, I'm so tired and I'm so happy. Oh my gosh, I've got you, Carrie. Like, I've got you. I'm going to give you some tips and you'll be able to come back to this and we're going to build on this as well over the next few days too. I'm so excited to support you with this. And so, okay. I just came back from the most epic event. And if you guys are familiar with Brendan Burchard, I started following him long time ago. And I'm not going to go into the full story. Like, go listen on Sacred Whisper, or if you prefer to watch the video on IG Live, like you can dive into like what happened, how this all took place. Literally 48 hours before the event, I was like, buy a ticket, book the hotel. And my nervous system was like, what? So if you've ever felt afraid to expand, even if you've done something similar before, know that you're not alone. And also go listen to or watch, I think it's episode 84 and 85, possibly on Sacred Whisper. It's 2-part and they're so like the synchronicities are absolutely insanity. Like, so just go, run, don't walk. So I went to this event, my nervous system was like, whoa. And 30 minutes with them being in there, I knew I was where I was meant to be. I laughed, I danced, I cried, I was inspired, I was hugging. I was like, what is actually happening? I know I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. And of course I did because my intuition wouldn't have steered me wrong. And I said this yesterday on my post at the time that I am doing this day 1 of our embodiment series is that I hear so often, like, I feel good with the decision that I've made. Like, I feel really settled with the decision that I've made. And I'm like, okay, do you feel aligned with the decision that you've made? Or does it seem like it feels aligned and you're settled with your decision because it's safe? And I really want you to sit with that because I knew that I was meant to go to that event. I knew my soul was like, yes, girl, let's go. And my nervous system was still like, whoop, like almost panic attack. Like I didn't get quite that far, but my nervous system was like, what in the actual? And sometimes it's like that because your mind's like, well, actually the 4 walls are safe. Actually traveling during this time is not a great idea. Actually, you know what? Any decision, whether it's an investment in yourself, whether it's a live event, whether it's it could literally be anything. And so when I made this decision to go to this Brendan Burchard event, that's what happened. So go listen to Sacred Whisper. I think it's like 84 and 85 or 85 to 86. And I talk specifically about that. And you can like put yourself in that driver's seat to be able to see what it is in your life and where you're feeling called to make a decision and your nervous system is going, ooh. And instead of going like this and expanding, you're like, actually, I'm settled with my decision because this feels safe. So let's go ahead and dive in. I want to share with you some of the wisdom drops that I took away. And there's literally so many. I took like 30 pages of notes because there was so many like moments of like, oh, I needed to hear that. There were moments of, wow, I really like, I could feel I was meant to connect with this person. And I did. I mean, all the healers that were there, I'm pretty sure I connected with everything. Somehow I managed to find all the healers. I just like was magnetized. We were like magnetized to each other. And it was just one of those things where it's like you take a look around and you're like, I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. Like, even though this decision was uncomfortable, I can feel I'm supposed to be here. And literally laughed, cried the whole weekend. It was amazing. And so I am also going to share with you some of the things that I'm going to implement, and I'm going to ask you to rise with me and see how you can integrate this into your own life. To our theme inside of Evolution membership this month is unmatched. It's like really stepping into that unmatched energy for you, what that looks like for you. Look, I'm a Gemini sun, Aries rising. I'm a manifesting generator in human design. I don't expect everybody to have the energy that I do, but this can look like calm confidence. This can look like a surety, conviction, and just that belief in you. And I want you to see how you can apply this to your life, putting you in that seat, okay? Okay, so the first one is, who is the director in your life? Who is the director in your life? Are you taking the backseat and you are like this extra that's walking onto the set and you're letting like the external dictate your reality? I know we got to play in the 3D reality. I get that. I just took my Jeep to the freaking shop. Like, my Jeep freaking stalled today at a busy four-way with my child in the vehicle. And I was like, texting my husband once I was able to. I was like, F this, my Jeep just stalled. What the F? And then it stalled again when I dropped my son off at school because he had an appointment this morning in the city. And we're in San Antonio, Texas now. And I was like, yeah, so we're living in a 3D reality too, okay? But I'm not letting the fact that my Jeep stalled and it has to go into the shop, and they said 2 to 4 days for diagnostics. I was like, great, get my Jeep back to me, like perform surgery on her and get her back to me. And then a car salesman was like, are you guys looking for a new Jeep? I was like, excuse me, did you see my Jeep? No, that's my heart and soul. I'm like, she just needs surgery. It's fine. Anyway. So it's like, who is the director? Is it are you allowing your external circumstances be the director of your life? Or are you putting yourself in the director's chair and you're like, I see what's going on, but seeing, it's not that we don't have the emotional intelligence. We feel the feelings. We allow ourselves to process what we need to process. We step into awareness. We're doing the healing work. We can also that is also embodiment. So when we talk about embodiment is also coming back home to you. It's coming back home to your soul essence. It's knowing that the emotions are coming up, the things are surfacing, you're stepping into awareness, you're having aha moments, and you are just like, what is actually going on? And you are choosing to come back home to you and use the tools that you know that you are here to use. So really take a moment, and this is a really great journaling prompt. Where am I not being the director in my own life? Where is it that I need to get back into the driver's seat and not be an extra in this and not let external circumstances direct me around my life, but I am going to direct myself. And I'm going to teach you how to do this. Okay, that's the first one. So let me know if this resonates. If you were listening on the podcast, you come into my DMs. If you are watching, come into the comments. Let me know. And journal on this. Okay. The next one is, don't listen to your thoughts. Talk to yourself. I'm going to say that again, and I'm going to expand on this. And I don't know if I heard that there or if I've been listening to The Power of One More by Ed Milet. It's so effing good. If you guys have not listened or read it yet, highly, highly, highly recommend. I think I'm on like chapter 9. Within a few days, I was in chapter 9. I was like, this book is so good, I can't stop. I'm listening to it, and I actually ordered it because it's so good. So The Power of One More by Ed Milet. Okay, so here's the quote again, and then we're going to expand on it. Don't listen to your thoughts. Talk to yourself. So this just goes back to the first point, is Who's the director of your life? Are you the director or are you the extra on set and you are allowing your external circumstances to rule your current reality instead of you choosing how you're going to feel and how you're going to show up? It's like 90 something degrees and somebody's now mowing their yard. So we're just going to roll with it because I'm not going inside. I want to be outside. So excuse the sounds of Texas neighborhoods in April. Okay, so don't listen to your main character energy. Yeah, that's exactly it. Main character energy. Are you the main character? Are you the director of your own life? And don't listen to your thoughts. Talk to yourself. You know what? I am the first one to be like, let's pay attention to our thoughts. It's literally what we talk about in the Rising Phoenix. It's literally what we do inside of Untamed Healer. I mean, literally anywhere. I'm like, no, we want to pay attention to our thoughts. We want to see what they're trying to tell us. That said, and yes, we're still doing that. 100%. We're still doing that. But doesn't it get to a point where it's like, I've heard this fucking story so many times, I am just done with my own shit. Like, I know where this is coming from. I know where this is coming from. So I see you, thank you. But now I'm going to talk to myself. What is my new story? What is my current reality? And I'm human too. Like, I like spin out too. And like that, like, welcome to being human, right? And instead of believing the thoughts that are coming in your mind, I talk about this all the time. Like when it says, don't listen to yourself, instead of believing those thoughts that are unhelpful, it's like, catch it. What is this about? What are you trying to tell me? See what the sensations in your body, what's going on, and alchemize that, and then talk to yourself. Meaning, what is it that you would rather be, do, have? Remember, be, do, have. Put that in the comments. If you're listening on Sacred Whisper, come into my DMs. Demons. Oh my God, don't do that. English, it's fine. Come into my DMs. Be, do, have. So often we're trying to have the thing, do the thing, and then be the thing. We got it all backwards. This landed. Hi. This landed so big earlier this year. I was like, oh my God. I heard this phrase 1,004 times or whatever, but it's like, be, do, have. Yeah, that's the manifestation process. Be, do, have. First, you are being her. You are the embodiment of her. Then you're taking the aligned action, and the thing is going to come. It's inevitable. It's going to come. You have way too much proof as to how things have worked in your favor. Like, it would be just such a lie that it wouldn't happen now. Right? Like, thanks, mind, for spinning out. Okay, like, I already know what this is about. Let me talk to myself and what is it that I need to be? What is it that I would rather think? How, like, if somebody was talking to me like this, or would I talk to a child like that? I would never talk to my kids like some of the thoughts that had come up in the past for me, or sometimes even still, I'm like, excuse me, no. If you guys could see what I'm doing throughout the day, you would be like, what the fuck? It's fine. Like, we get really weird, and it's fine because it raises your frequency. And I'll share with you something I'm doing at the gym even now, or even when I'm out and about. So yeah, talk yourself into being it, not out of it. Yeah. Your subconscious mind is literally trying to keep you safe, AKA alive. And I know I've talked about this before. I will talk about this forever. If you have not watched the movie The Croods, go watch it. Grug, the dad, he is the perfect definition of the subconscious mind. And I was actually telling my husband this. I know I've told him this before, but for some reason it landed with him the other day, and he was like on the ground laughing so hard. He's like, oh my God, I love that movie. And yes, you're absolutely right. And I'm like, I know. So don't listen to your thoughts. Talk to yourself. The next thing, we're on the third thing. Activate and generate. This is what I want to share with you that I'm very intentional at the gym because I'm around a lot of people at the gym. But anytime that I'm leaving the house now, I'm doing this. So, and I did this on our Evolution membership call last night. I was like, we can do this in like under 2 minutes. So sit up straight, shoulders back, chest out, chin up, taking a deep breath. Check in on your energy. Decide now, what do you want to feel? Breathe out. Take in another deep breath. And release. And if you haven't closed your eyes, if it's safe to do so, if not, do it with your eyes open. And I want you to imagine fireworks. Beautiful fireworks of all colors. They're of all kinds. Some of them go up and they start small and then they go, when they expand out. Some of them go up and then they just sparkle. They like crackle down and you can hear them all the way from the sky. Like, what? So you're seeing fireworks, see them to the left, see them to the right, see them to the center. Taking a deep breath. That feeling you desire to feel it now. And let it flood your body all the way down, all the way down. Put a smile on your face. If you feel joy, you've got a big smile. If you are calm or confident, what does that look like? You've activated. You are the generator of your own reality. You are the generator of your, no, Jax, we've got somebody at the door apparently. You are the creator of your own emotions. And you can literally do this to shift your energy. Also, get up. How often are you, dog mom life? It's not the kids, it's the dogs. It's fine. Jax, come. Good boy. Yes, thank you. Yes. Say hi, Jax. Say hi. Okay, so often we find ourselves sitting. I'm going to let him in, actually, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to think. Okay, let's go inside. Let's go inside. Probably needs to go in anyway because it's really hot. Okay, so you can literally generate your own energy that quickly. That is how quick it is to change your state. And like, come into the comments or slide into my DMs and let me know how different do you feel after doing that. It's so simple, yet so profound for you to just take a moment and be like, firework, 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 flood the body, change the state. You're literally changing your state. You are activating, you are generating. And then I'm just like, you guys have probably heard me talk about this. Lock it in. Lock it in. Lock in the energy that you desire to be in. Several times throughout the day, I'm like, check in on you. I did a TikTok video on this recently. How often are you actually checking in on yourself? You check in on everybody else, but how often are you how often are you checking in on you? How often are you checking in on you? So this is, and I don't want to jump too far ahead because I am going to share with you what I'm implementing and what that looks like actually. But yeah, check in on you. So activate, generate. And see, it took 2 minutes. This is not like sit on a rock in the middle of nowhere and meditate for 24 hours. This is 2 minutes to reset your energy. Before I jumped on here, I did Qigong. I just tapped on the meridians of my body. I changed my energetic state. I realized, I've been working on something in the behind the scenes. And I was like, I actually was in a really creative pattern and that's fine. I was like, time to get up. I can feel. It's time to get up. So get up. Then I want you to ask yourself, what are you activating for? What are you activating for? This is a great journaling prompt and you can come into the comments and tell me or slide into my DMs and tell me, what are you activating for? What are the goals? What are the intentions you're holding for yourself? What's the vision? What's the mission? What's your purpose? What's the passion that you can feel? What's the embodiment of the essence that you desire to be in? Is this someone? Who are you activating for? And getting really clear on that and coming back to that because, man, when you spin out, it's like, actually, we're going to honor that. We're going to have the emotional intelligence, right? And we're going to take a moment and Like, see what the thoughts are trying to tell us, where they came from sometimes. And I think a lot of times we know where they're coming from. And if this is like a new practice for you, they give yourself patience and grace. That's been a big theme this week, actually, inside of our certification program. Compassion, but it was compassion and grace, compassion and grace. But patience came up as well. Patience, compassion, and grace. Pay attention to the thoughts. And you might notice it's like, oh, damn, this is happening quite a bit. Yeah, sometimes it feels like a full-time job, and it's okay. You know what? And actually, I'm more triggered during my luteal phase. It's just normal. It's just normal. Hormones doing hormone things, and it's a good opportunity to give us it's a good opportunity to heal more, to peel back layers more, right? And so I love that. So what are you activating for? And the last one before I dive into like implementation is you are your priority. And the reason too why I want to dive into implementation is because it's all just words unless you're embodiment, or unless you're in the embodiment, or unless you are intentional about stepping into it. It's all just words. Okay, so you are your priority. Something that was said over and over and over last weekend during our Growth Day event in Austin, Texas was job one. I love that. That's not mine. That's Brendan Burchard's. And my legs are sticking to the chair. It's so hot out. And I'm like, I got my iced coffee with cold brew because it makes me happy, or cold foam. So also, this is an Amanda Francis mug, and it is so cute. I use it every day. It's got affirmations on the back. So good. So job one, summon the best of you every day. I love that. You are your priority. You cannot help anyone else to the full capacity that you know that you are here to do. You know you're here to serve. You know you're here to help. You can't give them the best of you if you're not giving you the best of you. You can't give them the best of you if you're not giving you the best of you. And I have a feeling somebody needed to hear that. You give everybody else so much compassion, grace, and patience, but what about you? We're over here telling other people to prioritize themselves, but are you actually doing that too? And like, I really want to encourage you to do this for you. Like for me, something I've been really intentional on this year is not picking up my phone. I'm like, I don't want to be, like, I want to be on social media. I love connecting. Like, it's so cool that we can connect with people all over the world. I'll never get over this. And I'm like, I really want to be intentional about what I'm consuming. So I'm like checking in on my people and on our community, and then I'm off. And after last weekend, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have not been on my phone hardly at all except to work and to check in and reply to our community, check in on our community and things like that. But I'm like, I've gotten so much time back. And I almost feel like, ugh, right? And how often are we like mindlessly picking up the phone and taking on other people's energy and calling it self-care? I don't think so. Not too often, unless like I'm very intentional about whose content I'm consuming. There's like a few people that I'm like, yes, their content is like it's uplifting. There it goes. It's uplifting for me. But it's the thing that I will open up in the morning is to listen to an audio, whether it's podcast or a specific app I like to use for my meditations. I will journal and I will get my workout in. Then, and I will talk about this in a second with my implementation, then I will do my priorities. This isn't something that I've always done like inside of my business. I'm like, because I love community so much and I love taking care of everybody else. I'm like behind the scenes, like, what are you guys doing? I want to hear from you. And so I'm like, okay, but I also need to like prioritize some of the things that I wanted to do that have been in the creation in the background. Like, let's bring them to the forefront because I know it's going to serve and support so much. And so where are you not making your priority and where can you make you a priority even more? And not having the time is actually not true. Louder for the people in the back. Not having the time is actually not true. If you are in commute in any capacity, pop in some earbuds or push play on a podcast or something and fill your cup up. listen to something uplifting, or even like music. I love to have dance parties. So I'm intentional. Like, I'm a rock girl. You guys probably know that by now. And if you're not, welcome to our community. Welcome to the corner of the internet where we do things radically different, and we are who we are at a soul essence. We're not what this everybody has said we have to be as healers. You will find me front row at the rock concert a week from tomorrow. And also, in the same breath, like early 2000s girly, I love that kind of music. And I have playlists for specific vibes that are very intentional with the songs and the lyrics that I put on them, because our subconscious mind is picking those up. So there are definitely times I'm like, okay, I actually need this instead. And so I honor that. You've got like 5 minutes to meditate. And I bet if you tracked for like the next week, I'm sure iPhone has this. On my Android, I have a notification that will pop up once a week on like Sundays or something, and it will tell me how much I use my phone that week, and I can see what apps I used. And like if I'm on Instagram a lot, I know it's likely because I've done a lot of lives or working, but I'm gonna have a moment with myself and be like, okay, what did I do on Instagram? Was it scrolling, or was I actually like serving my community, like really giving to where it is that feels aligned, right? And so it's just getting honest with ourselves and be like, okay, well, where am I actually spending my time, and where can I carve out 5, 10, 20? I bet you even have like 20 minutes. Even if it's before bed, it's like, okay, kids in bed, if you have kids, or, pets, fur babies are settled, like, let me take 5, 10 minutes and journal out 3 things I'm grateful for and feel those feelings. And then take 5 minutes and just breathe, release. You can repeat the word release or reset or abundance, and feel abundance as you are falling asleep, or whatever that looks like. We don't have to overcomplicate it. And I think so often we do. Like, it's like self-care has to look like this whole big thing, and it doesn't have to be that way. Sometimes it is for me. The closer I get to starting my cycle, it is longer because I need that. But other times it's like 10-minute meditation, 10-minute journaling, and then I'm out the door and going to my workout. I work out 5 days a week, typically. Last week, I was like so tired being on the go with Growth Day event. And so I did not. And then today I didn't because my Jeep stalled out. And so I was like, well, I didn't really sleep very well last night anyway. And we had to go across the city to drop her off. So I guess today is going to be, I'll take a walk later today. Okay, so just to recap, and then we're going to talk about implementation. Who's the director? Listen to your thoughts. Let me say that differently. Don't listen to your thoughts. Talk to yourself. Activate and generate. Remember, firework. See the pretty fireworks. Flood body. Activate. Lock it in. What are you activating for? And you are your priority. So I talked about this lock it in earlier this week, but I want to share this with you. Oh my God, I got chills again. It's like 100 degrees. I don't know. It's like 90 to 100 degrees on. I got chills. So on Sunday, so 3-day event had changed or had been completed. I was exploring a part of Austin with my new friend, Brandy. And we found like it was such a little vibe. This city is such a vibe. And there was all kinds of like farmer market, but not food, like pop-up tents and stuff. And we found crystals. Of course we did, right? And she immediately found a piece of jewelry. She's like, should I get this? Does it look good? I'm like, yes, get it. And then I scanned the table. I was like, oh, nothing's like calling to me. I scanned it like 2 or 3 times. And then all of a sudden I heard lock it in. And that's not a phrase that I use. And then I happened to look down to my left and I saw this charm. And I was like, oh my God, that's it. And I was like, I want this. Here I go. Here's my card. And what was it? There's 3 times this happened this week. So the first one, oh my gosh, now it's slipping my mind. So I think the first one was a video or something from Brendan Burchard that I was listening to. And he said, lock it in. And I was like, wait, what? And I like dead stopped. I was like, oh my God. And I was like, okay. And then I was listening to The Power of One More by Ed Milet, and he said, lock it in. And I was sitting in my Jeep, like finishing listening to the chapter, and I was like, I just need a second to process what just happened. And then yesterday, I was teaching our third key of our Quantum Illumination Reiki certification program. And at the end, the aligned actions were the words, I'm pretty sure it said lock it in. And I like dead stopped when I was like teaching and talking. I was like, wait a second, I just need a minute. Oh my God. And so I was like, what? And it just keeps showing up. And I'm like, it's for me, it's this reminder. My husband, when I was telling my husband the story, he's a military training instructor and he trains anyone that, well, people that enlist in the Air Force, they go to basic training. And so he's the drill sergeant that trains the trainees. So he's like, I say lock it in all the time. I'm like, I've never heard you say that. And of course I wouldn't because I'm not with you at work. But lock it in makes sense for them. But like in a very masculine, like get it together, like lock it in kind of military kind of way. But for me, that's not what it means. For me, it's lock it in. Like lock in that essence, lock in the embodiment, lock in the feeling that I desire to feel. And so lock it in. And again, I said, what it is that I'm going to implement. Now, something hit you today. Something inspired you today. What is it that you are going to implement? Because I said this earlier, it's all just words and inspiration unless you actually take the aligned actions. And so if something hit you today, put it in the comments, slide into my DMs and let me know and hold yourself accountable to this. It's just inspiration without aligned action. And the aligned action, if something hits you, you take aligned action. That's the embodiment. This is the embodiment. And I love this. Okay, so what I'm going to implement. This was from, this is wild. Okay, so the first one was his concept of done by one, Brendan Burchard's done by one. For me, that won't specifically work, but it's the concept of putting me first. Putting me first. It's less about the tasks, like all tasks being done, and more about doing what's most important and vital first. Like prioritizing things. Because for me, I'm someone that's like, everything's a priority. Let's do it all again. And then I'm like, oh, that was a lot. And it's like, okay, well, what? Like, and this is something I really try to strive for beforehand. But for whatever reason, it just, again, it locked in. It locked in over the weekend. I was like, oh, yeah, duh. And sometimes it's like, sometimes it just says it just takes someone to say something a certain way. And it's like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. And so for me, this was meditating, journaling, working out, my shower, like posting and doing stories, like the way that I serve each day, doing my TikTok videos, listen to an audio, something that's uplifting, whether it's my mentor or, somebody that I admire. No distractions. This means cutting out the scroll, like the doom scrolling and the useless, like check-ins. And it's like, come in with intentionality so I can be so present with those that I deeply care about. And I know I'm here to support. And this is really going to help me get my creativity and time and life back too. And then the second one is summon the best in me. So job one. So for me, and this was his saying as well, job one, prioritize myself, prioritize my feelings, my rest, prioritize my joy, my peace, optimism, abundance, freedom, bliss. And this, like for me to do this, it was like, I love that activity with the fireworks and also Qigong, breath work, somewhere around, I don't know if hourly, like I'm not going to push myself to do something like hourly, like I'm not like all in ballerinas to the wall, but it's more about being intentional and checking in on me more often instead of going from task to task to task to task, thing to thing to thing to thing. And then my day's done and then my kids come home and I'm like, whoa. So, and also this gives me an opportunity to be even more present with those that I know that I'm here to serve and support. And I love that. And so also walks, a minimum of one a day. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, it can be around the block, but getting out. Also a walk after a call just to reset my own energy. And nothing crazy. Like yesterday, I got off a call and then I was getting ready to teach quantum illumination. And so I went for a walk before. I actually walked around the block twice because I made it once and I was like, no, I feel like I need another round. So, hi neighbors, just taking a walk. And then prioritizing sleep. This is always a priority to me. I know like I'm very dramatic if I don't get enough sleep. Everything feels like it's falling apart and I want to burn everything to the ground. And so yeah, sleep is definitely a priority for me. And then be the coffee bean. I'm actually going to talk about this tomorrow. I'm going to talk about my realization of the coffee bean and what that means and how being in hot water actually hadn't been serving me. But if I'm the coffee bean, then I'm able to spread the joy in a different light. So yeah, this will be tomorrow's live for our Soul Alive and Embodiment series. And again, this is going to be this is day one. This is a 3-day series minimum. And also, surprise, on Tuesday, we're doing a Zoom. So I put the link in my bio, and the intention for this is we're going to hop on and I want to co-create a space with you. I want to talk about we'll go even deeper, but in a setting where we can actually like fully connect and talk about some of these things that I've discussed and the things that really landed with you. And anything you want me to expand on, I can. And we will also just deepen that embodiment of being soul alive. If you guys attended Soul on Fire, if not, go grab it from on my website, ansherises.com. Go to the free resources, Soul on Fire. Oh my God. That like 30-minute audio will light a fire in your soul, and it's literally an activation. So it won't be quite as like, it'll be more of a co-creation, but we are going to deepen your embodiment and come closer home to you and really help you with those activations as well. So go sign up in the link in my bio. It is free. It's on Tuesday. Even if you're like, I don't know if I can make the time, go sign up for it because then you'll get the replay. And if you're listening to the Sacred Whisper podcast, it'll be in the show notes for you. Go sign up for it. Even if you're not able to make it live, I hope that you can. But even if you can't, you'll still get the replay and you can be in the energy and the essence and that co-creation as well. So thank you guys for being here. Let me just read the comments really quick. I've been working on hopping on my new vibration plate more. I've heard a lot about the vibration plate. I've heard they're really cool and I haven't really looked into them, but I know a lot of people like them. I am deciding now for tomorrow to be open-minded and an explorer. Yes, Selena, I cannot wait to hear about this from you because I know that every time you travel and you have one of these days where you're just like, I'm going to be open-minded, like some really cool things happen and some really awesome synchronicities. Gonna have 3.5 hours tomorrow for all of that. Yay! We'll journal on today's experience and preparing for adventures ahead. Yay! Signing up for the replay. Have no Wi-Fi from tomorrow onwards. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy for you though. So yes, now that I know, I'm not gonna be like, are you open? Did you get eaten by the monkeys? But yeah, definitely sign up. And then these will also be, just so you guys know, if you're watching on IG, there's going to be on Sacred Whisper. If you're listening on Sacred Whisper and you're like, actually want to watch a video, I want you to just hop over to my IG because I'm going to keep them on here too. So you can listen to them both ways, whatever floats your boat, makes your heart happy. And also just be in the energy and the essence. Like I've been telling my husband all week, the dopamine has been dropping all week. Because when you're in a space that expands you and is new and is activating, it increases that dopamine, right? And sometimes when you come home, it's like sometimes when you come home from a vacation, like your dopamine drops and you're like, I'm tired. And yes, it's from traveling and being on the go, but that's another reason. And so, whoo, something just flew right by my head. That scared me. Anyway, so yeah, I was like, I'm so tired, but I am so happy. Like, I am so happy. And like, I feel so different. I feel locked in. I feel so different than I have. And this is something that I have been really intentional about. And even more so this year, I'm like, okay, we're going to turn up the notch on joy. on being in the eye of the storm and like seeing the energy around you, but not getting caught up in the things. Like you are the eye of the storm. You're calm, you're collective, you are in the energy you desire to be in, and it gets to be expressed outward. It's not of you. It's not, sorry, let me say that differently. It's not giving of your energy, but it's expanded in your energy, right? Yeah, totally feel you. Yay! This time you'll get a voice note, not as long as the podcast, just about today's experience. Yay, I'm so excited for you. Okay, amazing. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I can't wait to see you or talk to you on the next live. Tune in for that one, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.